ArcGIS Online is an integral part of the Esri GIS software portfolio. But if you're just starting to use it, it can be a little confusing. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to get used to the interface so that you can handle your data and make great cloud-based GIS projects. Coming up. ArcGIS Online has been around for several years, and you've probably seen it in action without even realizing it. If you've ever looked at any kind of interactive maps online related to disaster management or COVID-19 tracking or air quality management, a whole lot of different things. It's even used for a lot of multimedia engagement and outreach tools. But like any GIS software output, it all starts in the user interface where you manage your data and where you perform analysis and processing tasks. I'm Luke Drake from CSUN Department of Geography and Environmental Studies, and I'm going in this video to show you a brief orientation to the interface so that when you start doing your assignments, you know a little bit about how to navigate the interface. Let's get started. So go ahead and log in to arcgis.com. You're going to need to use a computer or a laptop for this. It's not going to work from a mobile device. And make sure that you use your username that you've been assigned through this course, just so that we can make sure that we get you logged in to the right place. Don't create your own account separately for this. Let's get started. After you go to arcgis.com and log in, you'll know you're in the right place, and you'll know that you used the right username if you've landed on this page where it says California State University Northridge. The first thing that you'll notice are these navigation buttons at the top of the screen. Home, gallery, map, scene, groups, content, and organization. Probably the most important one for this class is going to be content, which is right there. So let's go ahead and open up the content page. Once you do that, it opens up a secondary navigation. When we open up the content page, you'll see this secondary navigation for content. You've got my content, my favorites, my groups, my organization, and last, Living Atlas. So what all these mean? Well, my content is the content that you create yourself. And it's this is your personal folder when you're looking at your content. If you open up your favorites, just like you can do on a lot of social media or other kind of apps or programs, you can favorite certain items, and those will show up here. My groups would be showing content that has been shared from people to a group that you have been assigned to. So just like if you've used Canvas and you've been assigned to a group project in Canvas, we can do the same thing in ArcGIS Online and work in groups. And so you'll see groups up here on the main navigation. But what you're looking at when you look at my groups under content, this is content that has been shared from somebody to a group that you are also a member of. And so when we're working in ArcGIS Online for this course, most of the time you're going to be dealing with my content, which would be your content that you have created, and then content that is shared to your groups here. Now, next you'll see my organization, which is your organization. In this case is everybody who has an account through CSUN into ArcGIS Online. And you can browse content that has been shared to the organization. We'll get to some of the sharing settings in a later lesson. But your content that only you can see, there's content that's been shared to your group or any groups that you're a part of. There's content that's shared across anybody at CSUN that has an ArcGIS Online account. And then lastly, there's content that's shared to the public, which can be seen by anybody with an internet connection. The last item here is Living Atlas, which is content or items or data that is curated by Esri and made available to you with the account that we provide you through CSUN. We're going to use this sometimes, but we're not going to focus on it just yet. Let's move down the screen to another section here where it says Add Item and then Create. So Add Item is if you already have some data, a data set, a shapefile, something like that, even a spreadsheet. There's a lot of different file types that we can work with. You've got this on your computer, for example, and you need to add it into ArcGIS Online, into your content folder. You can use that button to add that data there. We can also create new data from scratch and add it into your content folder by using the Create button. Next, if we keep going down the page, on your content page, we've got our folders. Just like on a computer, you can create and manage folders to help make it easier to organize your data and organize your files. So you have a home folder, and you also start out with an all my content folder. So your home folder is just kind of like a home page. You can select files that you want to keep using over again and again, or ones that you're just kind of frequently using, and drop them into your home folder. And it's got a little icon for a house right there. You can add new folders by clicking this icon right here. And you can also access all of your content by just clicking all my content right here. And it will show everything in this viewer window right here. Lastly, when you start getting into group work, sometimes you'll have to access the group navigation. So at the top navigation, I've now highlighted the groups button, and that has brought up the groups page. And this just, instead of showing you the content, it shows you what groups that you're a part of. And the groups feature is a pretty useful thing in ArcGIS Online because, within a classroom setting, out in kind of the workplace, groups are used quite a bit for collaboration on a project. For the most part, for our purposes, you're just going to stick to this secondary navigation for my groups. And that's just going to show you which groups that you're in. And once you are added to a group, you can even go and click on the group and see who the members are and kind of follow a workflow and see which items have been shared to your group. So that's a basic orientation to the ArcGIS Online interface, specifically looking at the content page and some of the main buttons and navigation tools that you're going to use in this system. Thanks for watching.